And thank you for joining the Time Is Always Now podcast. My name is Terence Young. I am your host for the podcast today. This is a podcast that's dedicated to helping people get past their excuses, helping people get past the waiting on the right time to do something in their lives. The idea is this: there's no right time. The circumstances are never going to be perfect. You must move forward now. Right? Everything's not going to line up for you. And that's what people are waiting on someday and one day. And this podcast is dedicated to sharing and encouraging people and motivating people and sharing tangible ways that you can move forward in your life right now. Make changes for the better. That's what it's all about. And I encourage you to share these messages with your friends. Share the broadcast with your families, your co-workers. I want these messages to get out to everyone because everyone needs to learn how to harness the power in the eternal moment of now. That's what it's all about. So I thank you and I appreciate you for joining me today. If you want to donate and help with the cause, you can go to my website, terenceyoungnow.com, and you can donate there. Help me out with continuing to bring these messages out to the masses. As I was saying last week in the podcast, I put a message out there about going live and what would be a good date and time, and got a couple of responses back that Monday or Tuesday evening would be good. I'm on the East Coast, so maybe an 8 or a 9 p.m. So I'm looking at that. Not sure if I'm going to start it tomorrow, but if not, by next week for sure. Not sure on the name yet, but we'll get going on that. But I'm more than likely going to focus on having giving you tools and tangible ways that you can affect your lives and change right now. And we'll just deal with all kinds of aspects of life. But any tools that I know that I can help out with, I will certainly do that for you and share it with you. And then maybe we'll go live and do some Zoom things where we can have an interactive conversation where you guys can be speaking as well. And I'm going to build on that going forward. So look forward to that. Hopefully we'll get that in soon, next week maybe. So I'm excited about today. I want to address something before I go into today. It's Mother's Day, so I'm excited about that. So happy Mother's Day to my mom. She's wonderful. I love my mother. Going to see her in a little bit. And all of the wonderful mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to you all, first of all. I wanted to address what's been going on with the Ahmaud Arbery situation. Just horrible, just terrible. And the thing that bothers me the most about it is the fact that why did it take so long for them to press charges against these two individuals? I mean, that's the scary part about this situation. I mean, we've got it on video. And it's funny, I'm reading through, different things like everyone else is, just like everybody. I'm reading on news and Facebook and whatever else, and what the district attorney was saying about they didn't know, whether to charge them and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's on video. No one can. They just got in a truck and followed somebody with their guns. I mean, come on. I mean, you don't do that. That's not what the cops are supposed to do. That they come and follow you. You don't get in your car and go follow someone with your gun. They're already in the wrong before anything has even happened yet. They're already in the wrong. How can we even pause on that? I mean, we have to understand that's wrong already before anything else even happened. So it's just a horrible, horrible situation, and I am glad that now the charges are being brought against them. They should be, and we will see where this goes from here. But it should definitely wake us up. Certainly woke me up, and it woke us all up again that our country's got a long way to go. Our country's got a long way to go to get to where we want to be. But we're never going to reach perfection. No one's ever perfect, but wow, we got a long way to go in our race relations and things like that. And just being able to show love and compassion to all of humanity. We're still not there yet. We still have some people out there who are judging people by the color of their skin. And it's really, really sad to see. I feel for that family. I feel for the Arbery family and the two gentlemen that traced their family. I'm sure their family's probably concerned about what happened and why they did that too. So just everyone involved. It's horrible, horrible. But we need to get to a place where we can show more love and more compassion for all of humanity, for everyone. Which brings me to today. It's Mother's Day, so what else am I going to talk about? With saying thank you to all of the great mothers out there. It's a wonderful day to celebrate mothers. However, we shouldn't just wait for one day. We celebrate mothers every day, right? Because you only get one. You only get one mother. And when we talk about showing love and compassion, mothers are the best example of that. And I do understand that not everyone has had that experience with their mother, but I will say that you may have had that experience with someone else, even if it wasn't your biological mother, but someone else showed that love and compassion to you. So if you haven't had that experience, then bring that experience to someone else. If you are that mother figure, so bring that love and compassion. And I'll share a concept, or not a concept, but a story about my mom that shows how she shows that love and compassion to me, or how she did, and how she still continues to do today. She's wonderful. Funny story. I was 7th grade. It's great. 7th grade, and I remember my mom was real strict about school, getting your grades right and everything, and I was pretty good in school. And then around the 7th grade, that age is one of those ages where you start getting other things distracting you, right? Whether it be girls or sports for me too, all kind of things. And I remember I was struggling a little bit in 7th grade. My mom, she told me, she said, we don't do summer school in this house. All right? She said, we don't do summer school. So if you don't pull your grades up and it ends up being that you have to go to summer school, you're not going. You're going to have to repeat the 7th grade. True story. This is a true story. And I'm whatever, 13 in 7th grade or something like that. So I'm like, whatever, right? I'm not even thinking about it. I'm doing my thing. I go through 7th grade, and the grades don't get any better. So sure enough, it comes out the end of the year. That little thing goes in the mail. The report cards come out, and I got to go to summer school. I have to go to summer school. And she stayed with her word. She did not let me go. She didn't let me go. So I repeated the 7th grade over again. I had to go back and do everything over again. Now, needless to say, I did a lot better because it was the second time doing it, but I did the whole 7th grade over again. I had to deal with that, embarrassment of not being with my fellow 8th graders at that time, my friends that I'm in the same neighborhood with. They're in 8th grade. I'm still in 7th. I had to repeat it over again. I don't even do that now. Nowadays, they just pass you on anyway. But back then, you had to repeat the grade over again. So I went through the entire 7th grade over again. This time, I made sure I wasn't able to go to summer school. So I did everything great. But then in that summer, this is where that compassion and that understanding comes in. She was very strict with me. That's love too, right? But also she showed that compassion. With unbeknownst to me, she had already been working behind the scenes that once I finished the 7th grade for the second time, she had got me into this program where it was called Operation Upgrade or something, where you can go through the summer and take some classes over 6 or 8 weeks and go directly into the next grade. Meaning for me, go from 7th through 8th, go up to 9th grade and be back with my class. So she worked it out for me, kind of told me about it, and I was like, wow. So I went and did it. She was the one that took me to class every day over the summer so I could do it, so I could get back to my right class. And I did that. I finished the program over the summer and went to 9th grade that next year. So great lesson that I learned in my own life about showing strong love, being hard on someone because that discipline was needed, and also showing compassion in that, hey, I recognize that you put in some work, and I'm compassionate about the fact that you want to be back in the proper grade. So I'm gonna give you that opportunity to earn it and get there. But that's what love is. That's what mothers do. That's what mothers do. They show compassion. They show that love. That's what it's all about. I said this morning in a Facebook post, I said there's nothing stronger or sweeter than a mother's love. And I believe that to be true. I believe that to be true. Mothers show that strong love when they need to, right? I can go back to my days when I was early in high school, right? Graduating from high school, first year of college, as a matter of fact. And that was right when I started really like drinking and doing all kind of things. I remember one day my friends from college, I was in college, dropped me off at home. I was completely wasted. And they dropped me off at home at my mom's house. I still lived there. I was 17 years old, freshman in college. And I remember she was strict with me, her and my dad. And they said, you can't do this, so you're gonna have to move out, right? So they told me I had to move out. She helped me get my stuff together, put me out the house. I needed that. I needed that at that time, right? But I learned something in that process. And even though she told me I had to go, she still was looking after me, showing that strict love, that discipline that was needed, and then still showing that compassion at the same time. And I learned so much from those experiences and how my mom handled them that I use them in my own experience with my own children now. And I think you all do that too. You all do that too. Think of all the lessons that you learned from your mother. Hey, maybe it's what to do. Maybe it's what not to do. I don't know. Maybe it could be both of those for you, depending on who you are and where you are and how you grew up. But still, there's lessons to be learned from our mothers and the love that they show. And I think that is extremely important. So I use that now with my children. I even see how my mother relates to my children, her grandchildren, still showing love and that compassion for them, wanting to help them at all times, but still being strict, still being stern and saying, hey, there's discipline that's needed here, right? And you think about that. Discipline is needed in every aspect of our lives, and something that our mothers give us at a very, very young age. But you need discipline. You cannot accomplish anything in life if you don't have discipline. I'm going to say that one again. You cannot accomplish anything in life if you don't have discipline. Like I think about this when like I run marathons, right? If I don't have the discipline to train properly for the 12 or the 16 or the 18 weeks, there's no way I'm going to complete that race. There's no way. If you want to run a business, you've got to have discipline. What is it for you? If you want to start a diet, you all know. How many of you started one and then quit, right? Why did you quit? Because you don't have discipline. You cannot accomplish anything in life without discipline. And no one can give it to you, but they can teach it to you. Our mothers start that at a very young age, teaching us about discipline. Think about that. If you want to accomplish anything in your life, you've got to be disciplined first. You've got to be disciplined. And you have to bring that from inside of yourself and bring it out. Bring it from those teachings that our mothers gave us, and then internalize it yourself. See, I've learned that discipline from the discipline that my mother taught me. And now I use it going forward. You can't accomplish anything in life without discipline. Without that discipline to move forward. There's an amazing power in a mother's love. And your mothers our mothers are our biggest supporters. You ever thought about that? I mean, really, they are. They're our biggest supporters, right? Whether it be you're in sports, or you're in band, or you're in choir, or whatever you're doing. Think back to all the years that they were there. They support you no matter what. Even when you do wrong, your mother's still there. Yeah. They're our biggest supporters. And it's something for us to remember and to treasure going forward. So if your mother's not here, if that's the case, still remember, take the memories with you today. Take the memories with you today. Enjoy those memories. Cherish those memories, right? Celebrate those memories. If your mother's here, spend time with her. Spend time with her. Love on her. Have a good time. If you can, if you can't, in this day of the COVID virus and everything, do a Zoom meeting with her, right? Skype her, whatever you can. But spend that time with her. It's so important. It's so important. There's nothing more important than a mother's love. Nothing more powerful than a mother's love. I think that when we look at even the universe as a whole, when we talk about a mother's love, we talk about Mother Earth and Father, Mother God, right? There's nothing more powerful than that love from our Father, Mother God, from Mother Earth, right? Think of how the earth takes care of us. We don't even think about that, do we? How the earth takes care of us. We need to think about how we can take care of the earth, because the earth's taking care of us. Yeah, it is. We couldn't breathe if we didn't have the trees and the plants and everything here. The ecosystem that works and how it works with every single animal and insect is needed to be on this earth for this ecosystem to work. The earth is taking care of us. Mother Earth is taking care of us. There's nothing more powerful than the love of a mother. Yeah. Take that with you. Take that with you today. And if you didn't have that kind of experience with your mother, I want to address that. Then be the experience that you want to see for someone else. I truly believe and understand that everybody didn't have that kind of loving relationship with their mother. Everyone didn't have a mother that cared for them and took care of them the way I'm talking about here. I respect that, and I want to open that up as well. If you didn't have that, here's what you can do. Here's a tangible thing you can do. Be that love to someone else. Be that love to your own children. This is what happens sometimes. Sometimes people say, well, my mother didn't love me, and so that's why I'm the way I am, so I'm not loving to my children, or whatever the case may be. No. If your mother wasn't that, then you become what she wasn't. Become what she wasn't, and show that love to your children, to your family, to everyone that you see. Turn it around. We all need to learn how to do that. Turn it around. Yeah? So I get it. Not everyone had that experience, but be that love to someone else. We can all learn from being able to take experiences and learn from them. Whether it's a good experience or a bad experience, doesn't matter. Learn from it anyway. And if we do that, learn to become that powerful mothering love to everyone, well, that'll change the world. That'll change what we're dealing with the Ahmaud Arbery situation. That wouldn't happen if everyone was experiencing and showing that kind of love. There's nothing more powerful than a mother's love. So let's show that. Let's live that. Let's be that. That's how we change the world. That's how we change the world. Right? You can't change everything. You can't change the world by yourself, but you can change yourself by being the love of a mother, by being that powerful, compassionate, strong love that a mother shows. Turn it around. What can you do? Show love. What can you do? Be love. What can you do? Exude love. What can you do? Speak love. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you all. I wish you blessings. I wish you love. Spend time with your family, with your mother, however you're going to do it today, whether it be on video, whether it be in person. Be safe and do it the way it should be done for your family and what's right for you. But I thank you for joining me today. I'm about to get out of here today and go see my mother, and I wish you the same. So I thank you for joining me. Remember to share these messages as much as you can. Everyone needs to get this message about a mother's love. We all do. So share this message. I want to get it out to the masses. I want to encourage and inspire and motivate people to move forward and show love, be love, exude love, speak love. Do all of those things, just like the power of a mother's love. So I thank you again for joining me today. I'm signing off for now. My name is T.Y. Remember, the time is always now. Allow the universe to work in your favor and be blessed.